concerned about the possibility that you could develop breast cancer? Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Hotze. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also visit us at our Facebook page, Hotze Health. I believe that you and every individual needs a health coach. That means you need a doctor and a staff of professionals who will coach you onto a path of health and wellness naturally, so you enjoy a better quality of life as you mature and you don't have to take a bunch of pharmaceutical drugs. Are you concerned about breast cancer? Most women are. It's a terrible fear because I think all of us have known somebody who's had breast cancer at one time or another and who didn't survive. And that's a dread that a lot of women have. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or Women's Health Month. And so there's a lot of emphasis being placed upon curing breast cancer. Let me ask you a question. What would you rather do? Cure breast cancer or prevent breast cancer? Rather than focusing on how can we cure it, I think the best thing to do, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, why don't we prevent breast cancer? You might say, well, how in the world can you prevent breast cancer? Well, breast cancer is caused when there is an imbalance between your natural hormones or when you take counterfeit hormones. It's known that women who have multiple pregnancies have a much lower rate of breast cancer than women that have one or two pregnancies or no pregnancies, and a much lower risk of breast cancer than women who take birth control pills. And there's a reason for that, because the birth control pills contain counterfeit hormones, which turn off your ovaries' natural production of a hormone called progesterone, which is to balance your estrogen. Progesterone is a very, very important hormone, and it helps or is shown to be correlated with the decreased incidence of breast cancer. Now, I mentioned to you that women that have high birth rates have a low incidence of breast cancer, and there's a reason for that. Women who have multiple births have high levels of progesterone during the times they're carrying their baby. Progesterone is the hormone of pregnancy. It means promoting gestation. That progesterone is made by the baby's placenta to promote its own growth. And women who have multiple pregnancies have high levels of progesterone, which help protect their breasts from developing breast cancer. Now, let me explain. As women march through their menstrual life, they make two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. First half of the month, the ovaries start to make increasing levels of estrogen, which increase all the way through the cycle. Mid-cycle, a woman will ovulate, and at that point, her ovaries also make progesterone. Estrogen's the proliferative hormone. It proliferates the inner lining of the womb. It proliferates the breast tissue. And the progesterone, when it's then secreted from the ovaries in mid-cycle, it helps balance that out. It helps mature the inner lining of the womb. It helps cut back on the breast swelling and tenderness that women develop. So oftentimes, though, as women march through their menstrual life, they'll get premenstrual symptoms, which will be associated with mood swings, fluid retention, headaches, and breast tenderness. Even fibrocystic breast disease is a common feature of women that are making low levels of progesterone the second half of the month. And this happens from puberty to the time you go to the change of life at approximately 50. Women, if everything's normal, they'll balance their estrogen hormones, and then by the time they reach midlife, their ovaries are older and they don't produce the levels of progesterone, so estrogen becomes the dominant hormone, and that has a proliferative effect upon the breasts. Now, a study was done, and I don't know why this is not talked about, at the Johns Hopkins School of Public Health, published in the Journal of Epidemiology in 1981. There they did a study of women over a 20 to 30 year period. Women who had low progesterone versus women who had good levels of progesterone. And they found that women who had low levels of progesterone had a 500% increase in the risk of developing breast cancer and a 1,000% increase in developing all types of cancer. When God made hormones in our body to make these hormones, He made them to balance out, and when they don't balance out properly, that can lead to health problems, and it can lead in women to breast cancer. So here's what my recommendation is. As soon as you begin to notice that you're having symptoms of hormonal imbalance, which would be premenstrual symptoms of mood swings, fluid retention, headaches, breast tenderness, that's an indication that you're making low levels of progesterone. You should supplement with natural bioidentical progesterone from day 15 of your cycle to day 28. That's the best way you can do to balance your hormones to protect you from developing breast cancer. And you want to prevent it. Other things that you can do, obviously, eating healthy is very important. So we encourage a low, simple carbohydrate eating program, which means we eliminate the sugars in the pizzas, bread, and pasta as much as possible. We focus on good, healthy oils like fish oil, olive oil, avocados, eggs, butter. Don't cut out the cholesterol. Your body needs that for good function. It's essential for good health. Also, eat plenty of good green vegetables and eat some meat. You only need 6 or 8 ounces of meat a day. That way, that'll help you be healthy, and you won't gain the weight. People that have excess weight, they increase their risk of breast cancer and all other types of cancer. You need to keep your hormone balance. So that means the female hormones. You need to be on adequate amounts of thyroid. Your blood tests don't tell you how much thyroid's getting into your cells, and you need thyroid to produce a lot of energy. And if you produce a lot of energy, you're going to be healthy and well. And then you need to be on a good vitamin and mineral program to help you detox all these petrochemical products that we get in the air we breathe, the food we eat, what we drink, and what we slather on our body. Those petrochemicals are xenoestrogens, they're counterfeit estrogens, and they can promote breast cancer and other types of cancer. They're very dangerous. They're hormone disruptors. Those are 4 key things you can do to help prevent cancer. And the most important is balance out your hormones with natural bioidentical progesterone. I'm Dr. Hotze. If you want to get on a path of health and wellness naturally, then we'd be glad to partner with you. Give us a call. Thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to visit with you today.